In this video, I'm going to walk you through just the basics of Inventory Labs, which is the tool that I use to kind of keep track of my inventory, process my shipments, and really be able to take a look at kind of the profitability of each week, each month, or during the year. So inventorylab.com, in the bottom of this video you'll find an affiliate link for it. If you so choose to sign up for Inventory Labs, please consider using it. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does give me a portion of your proceeds, and I make a little bit of money for providing you with these videos. So, Inventory Labs, like I said, is an inventory management system which has some other things tied into it, which really makes selling on Amazon, especially via FBA, extremely easy. So you can see right here, here's my dashboard. This is kind of the entry screen you go into. I can hover over the week of April. I had about $1,000 worth of sales, and my profit was about 488 bucks. Now, some of you who know me really well will go, this is kind of low. I was out on vacation during this time, so my inventory has really dropped because I was out of the office for about 3 weeks. But this gives you a breakdown of the fees that you have, the cost of your goods, and you can move it by month. So say I want to go back to March. I'm able to hop on here, click View, and it will actually generate my March graphs, which is really nice because I'm able to take a look at my past and see my profitability during that time. So if we take a look here, this is more like how I was selling. This is when my last big shipment went in, and you can see it kind of progressed down as the inventory ran out. I was out of the office from here until here, so you'll see just a very steady decrease, which doesn't surprise me because I wasn't here. But I can come over here and see how much Amazon took out in fees, how much my inbound shipping was for the month, other expenses that are tied into this, and then my cost of goods sold. So that's just kind of the first screen you get at here. You have the research, which has Scout and history on it, which I could type in here. Let's put in horse head. I was looking at this one just a little bit ago. See if it pulls up what I thought it was. Yes, this creepy little horse head. I can actually select it, and what it'll show me is it'll show me the rank, category, the size, if there's any prep that is involved. It shows me the new and the FBA. You'll see the offer owns the buy box, and A means Amazon's the merchant, so you have that right there. I have a few interesting things down here. I have Book Scouter right here, eBay, I have Google, I have Camel, I have Keepa, and this is the prime comparison, which will also pull up the listing. So say I wanted to see the Camel on this, I simply click and it'll pull up this chart for me. So I'm able to quickly use this to scout my inventory. Over here it'll show you the fees that are involved with each item. So I have the commission here, I have my pick and pack, order, weight-based handling, and I have so this will be in the settings in another video, but I have my settings shipped or with profit at 75 cents a pound for inbound shipping, and then you also have sales tax that pops in here. So you can use this to actually find new products, compare to see the profitability of a new product. Say I could buy this for $10. Now you can see my net profit is $9.15 and my return on investment is 91.55%. So you can use this as your online retail arbitrage tool and on your phone, and you can't see me hold up my phone right now, but there is the app Scoutify that actually gives you some of the same information on the go, so you can scan and see the stuff, and you have access to these same tools right here on there. Just another benefit of the software. I'm going to go over to list here, and you're going to see a bunch of batches that I've had. Excuse some of the names, but just we'll go about this. I can actually create a new batch. So this is much like creating a new shipment through your Amazon Seller Central. But I click a new batch here, and I can select if I want individual products case packed. I can name it. I can ship it from another address. I can pick MFN, FBA, both. So let's just pick an FBA shipment. I can create it, and then what I do is in conjunction with my barcode scanner. Say I wanted the horse head. I type that in, or I scan something and it'll actually pick it up. I hit select. It'll bring up this wonderful screen where it allows me to put in reminders. So say I had an expiration date, I could put that in here. This expires on this day, blah. I could put in a tax code. So say I was using my general tax to collect sales tax, the quantity I'm going to ship in, the cost per unit that I have, the date I purchased it, my supplier, which you can actually preload these in, which I'll show in a setting video later on, and I can click through those. You got your MSKU, your condition, your notes, your subnotes. Over here you have your price, and you have your net profit and your return. I have an auto price tool or auto price setting set up on this so that when I ship it in, everything goes in $10 over, so that if a price fluctuates up, I'm going to be able to not get hosed on the shipment when it gets in, and then I go through with my repricer, which is App Eagle, and I set those prices back down to where they need to be at, and I go from there. This button will show your inventory, and then you can go into your accounting here. I'm not going to pull up my inventory just because I find that it's a little weird there. You can see my sales, my refunds, my reimbursements, inbound shipping. You'll see that some things get loaded up as defective in that. It's just things happen. I don't know why. But I can pull through here, see what my shipments were, how much they cost. Then I can also see where they're at, and I can say if they're receiving or not. So this is a nice tool on that fact. And then I can go through here and analyze like my supplier profitability, my category profitability, which is a really interesting feature here that actually can give you some real good overview. You'll see that I still have a few that do not have actual labels on them, which is just because I haven't had the time to put that there. But you can go down through here and see where my revenue's been over the last 30 days. And you'll notice like my Amazon's real low. I did not have a lot of online arbitrage during the time I was gone. I just didn't have the time. I got a bunch of boxes sitting outside, but I didn't have the time. So I go down through here, see where my units sold have been. You'll see that Walgreens and Walmart are my two biggest, and you can see the profit margins on both of those. So it's just an interesting way to look. I can also look at categories, and I can see that I'm going to guess toys is at the top of this list. As soon as it pulls up here, we can look. But this gives me that ability to take a real close look at where my profitability is. So if I wanted to do it by revenue here, actually we'll do it by profit. As soon as this loads. Okay, so we're doing it by revenue at least. Toys, you can see I have sold almost $5,000 worth of toys. It's about 25% of what I do. And there's my profit on it, and there's my return on what I have. So you can go up through here and you'll see that home improvement I'm making a higher percentage at. I'm just not pulling in that inventory, so I may want to focus my attentions here because of the return being a lot higher. So this just gives you this nice overview of where your return is at. You can see books, not so good at. Automotive, I've only sold one. I don't have a ton of inventory there. So this is just giving you that overview that a lot of sellers wish they had but don't have altogether. So like I said, this tool does cost, it runs about $50 a month, but if you are interested in subscribing, there's a link in the video description here, or you can just shoot me a message and I'll send it your way, and I just get a portion of what you pay each month, and it doesn't cost you anything. So this is Inventory Labs. I switched over at the start of January, and I have loved it. It's made my life a lot easier. My biggest suggestion would be if you are going to use any type of inventory management system, the quicker you switch over to it, the better. And this is not just Inventory Labs. It can be any type of inventory management system you use to keep track of your profitability and your expenses. But I found that waiting until about 9 months in required a lot of extra work on my end, and I wish I would have done it sooner. So that's completely up to you. I will not say that Inventory Labs is your only option for this. It's just an option that I had heard about and did some research, did the free trial, and started using it, and I loved it. There may be other sources out there that are just as good, if not better, for you to use. I highly recommend exploring those options, seeing if they fit into your business model, and then going from there. So, if you have any questions, please shoot me a message via YouTube, on Facebook at FBA Master Group, or hop onto the blog at fbamaster.com.